Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the CEDC Loan Committee meeting. We'll start with the minutes from January 12th. Has everybody reviewed the minutes and can I get a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion made.
I'll second.
Second by Rachel.
Yeah, could you hear
All in
me?
favor?
Okay.
Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposition? All right, minutes are ratified. Next item on the agenda is the portfolio dashboard. So over to Martha.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. Loan Client A is a restaurant. I think you're all aware of that one. Loan Client B, unfortunately, went in to make a payment on our portal and we were having technical difficulties and now we're trying to get it to go back in and make that payment, but I'm sure he will. Loan Client C. Oh, yeah, she's been behind pretty consistently, but we're in touch with her. And Loan Client B, same thing. Loan Client F. She's gotten behind and she's having a hard time getting caught up, but we're very hopeful we will see a payment shortly. Are there any questions?
And one of either what, A or let's see,
One, sorry.
which
The one I
bankruptcy.
skipped was Loan Client D, yeah, so
the
bankrupt.
bankruptcy hearing?
Yeah.
Was there any?
No, I mean, we had a bankruptcy hearing where they basically were seeking approval to continue to house the vote. Yeah, and they have an appraiser coming and the trustees need to secure the value, but we obviously need the vote in safekeeping so it can get sold, but it's really enough equity to pay us, so it looks pretty good.
Sounds good. Thank you. Your motion to accept that?
So moved.
Jim, second. Oh, no, we don't need a motion.
No, Jim.
Oh, Jim's not here, so I'll make the motion.
Thank you.
You a second? Harry.
Yeah. Second.
Favor. Okay. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, we have the loan for the Farmer's Feast, $15,000 micro loan.
Yeah, we're to change up the sequence a little bit. We'll start, and we're gonna start with MC Wood. The easy ones first.
Okay.
So
They're not gonna vote here.
build to the crescendo.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit. So MC Wood LLC located in Ghent, they are a custom millwork business. $15,000 loan request of us for 48 months at $364.44 a month, 7.75% working capital loan. Purpose, working capital equipment, and of course, a lien on business assets, personal guarantee of the principal. This is MC Wood out of Kent. Any questions? As mentioned in the write-up, we make a current borrower with an excellent history.
Out there to see projects in progress or, I mean. How do we
Purchasing
know
another
that?
piece of equipment.
Okay.
And is secured a lease going forward for another 3.
It's good to see the repeat business. Diverse industries.
Yeah, this would be our 4th loan with this individual. The first 2 at the point of acquiring the business. Loan in 2024 for another piece of equipment that he paid off in full, and now this reverse.
Excellent.
You know how it works.
Make a motion.
I'll second. I believe I'm able to still vote even though I'm remote because I have a medical reason why I'm not there.
Correct, that's correct. Hope you're feeling better.
I'm on the
Okay.
mend. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
All right. Super. What would you like to do next?
Do Farmer's Feast. So the Farmer's Feast Incorporated, also in Bend, this is a catering business. The request of us turned out to be a $15,000 loan. I know that the write-up is at 17.5. We've reduced it to the 15. Across 48 months, 7.75%. Equipment purchase and working capital. collateral being a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of the principal. This is the Farmer's Feast located in Ghent.
I just had a question about, because it looks like they're moving kitchens. And I was just curious if it's comparable, the kitchen that they're moving from and to in terms of the equipment.
There'll be a couple pieces of equipment that they need to purchase to outfit the completion of the commercial kitchen at the Love Apple facility. That's within the budget of his proposal.
Okay, thanks.
And they're leasing that?
Yes.
They are, and we haven't seen the lease yet. It will likely be a 1-year lease. Ultimately, they hope to move to the former Floramo farm. That has been the plan all along. We've been working with this client since they left the co-op a year ago, but the farm is going to require additional testing of their septic. They can't do it until spring, and so this is really a temporary measure, but we believe he'll be there for a year.
And that downturn in 25 was just caused by their relocation and.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it looked like it did great at 24, so. We would. I'm in favor. Second. Anybody, all in favor?
Alright.
Yeah.
Anybody opposed? All right, motion carried. Okay. Want to do scoot over or Wonder Stop?
Scoot over.
Scoot over.
Scoot over. We've been working with this client for probably 2 years. We've seen several versions of a business plan. One was done up at the SBBC in Albany, where she completed their business basics entrepreneurial class. For this version, she worked very closely with Brian Fry. And when we spoke with the client last, we strongly urged her to reduce her request from 15 to 10. As it turns out, she and the consultant agreed that 12.5 was a more realistic number. She can reduce the number of scooters that she buys to 10, but she still requires additional working capital. We're going to have the revised plan today, but actually Steve went in.
Yep.
Oh, everyone has.
Everyone
revised
has,
numbers?
one of the 3 sheets that I gave you this morning was a revised write-up, and on the back of it, what the projections look like at 48, at 12.5. Gary, that's not the one that you got in your left hand.
Yeah.
That's it. And the projections on the back.
Obviously, it's a new type of business for us. We think the projections are reasonable.
We did spend a considerable time with our consultant and this client on this. As our understanding is, there's no restriction on the city or any permit required.
They want to do rentals.
Yes.
Where is this located?
The owner lives in Hudson and she is looking for either a storage unit or a garage that she can rent so that the scooters can be charged there overnight.
And then you go there to pick them up.
Yep.
Yeah, so you need something kind of presentable, people come in, they.
No, I don't think people will come in.
How
She'll
will
put them back
people-
out. She will have places, including hopefully the Amtrak station, where people can find these scooters.
Sort of like a city bike kind of thing.
Yep.
I think it's a great idea. I think they're pretty cool. Obviously.
What's
it's
the
new, it's-
What's the insurance situation with this business?
She does have a quote. I haven't seen it. We didn't lower her insurance costs based on going from 12 bikes or scooters rather to 10. So we can ask to see those quotes.
Is even 10 too many? No, I mean, it seems like very easy to scale. You can start with a few, 5, 6, and then
We
if it
thought
goes
so
well,
too.
you buy a few more and
We're not sure. I think she has an arrangement with
have them
the,
available.
with the people selling the scooters. They don't like to sell them in lots fewer than 12. I think they agreed to go to 10 and they didn't agree to go to 8.
And they're only $850 each.
Yep.
We have a date cheap. Her name?
Compared to what something.
Yeah, I mean, regular
Her
bicycle
name is
stuff.
at
Sarah
In
McGriff.
the past, yeah.
Sorry,
Sierra McGriff.
Yes, I was there.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, it's an app on the phone. We
to reserve it.
load into the app. The app uses GPS to identify where the scooters are.
Oh, sweet.
And then you interact with the app to unlock, to begin your ride, end the ride on the app. The app automatically bills and sends her proceeds.
Okay, so scooters are like part of like a franchise system almost, like this, like she doesn't own she owns the scooters,
owns
but
the
she
scooters,
works with the
Works
company
with the
that.
technology of
facilitates.
that company.
And what other, one question I'm gonna ask is like, what other similar communities have done this? And
We've seen them mostly in large cities. We saw them in Austin, Texas. We saw them in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I don't know of any other small communities that are.
I think Albany does
Albany
have
has
the
a
city
program,
bike
too.
thing, but I'm not sure. They're like bike, electric bikes, not scooters, but.
And this loan also, assists us with our, women and minority owned business, requirements with the SBA. And, it's not a large loan in the context of, the assets and, we think that, probably the niche that, we're, both the SBA and our mission has us focused on. And it is a risk, but all of our loans are a risk, but we think, recommend it to the board.
Yeah. I think, it's a novel industry, which I think is great, and somebody trying something different. And there's actual collateral here, scooters that, presumably should be able to sell if it doesn't work out.
Well, other than selling them back to GOAT, we won't be able to unlock them. So,
Oh, that's good.
it's limited. collateral.
Yeah, but I mean, there's probably some resale value that.
Probably, yeah.
And I see the personal credit score is pretty low. Do we have any commentary on what?
If we go in executive session,
Sure. Do we need a motion to go into executive session?
and for the purpose of discussing personal financial requirements. Yes,
Okay, we're out of executive session. It's time to vote on the loan request for Sarah McGriff, speak over e-rides. All in favor?
So we need a motion, so but
With the, oh,
if you come out of executive.
we had,
Rachel made it.
I don't think you heard her, but she.
Who seconded
Rachel.
it?
I say.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure.
Okay, so now, we're gonna vote on Sarah McGriff's scoot over e-rides.
Well, this is just voting to bring it to the full board.
No,
No, under the loan amount, we can
Oh,
approve.
because we don't, oh, I
Here,
see.
here,
I'll make a motion to approve.
all in favor?
Aye.
I mean, with the reservations that he listed, would you still say yes in waiting for those?
subject to,
Subject to appearance and location.
location and maintenance. Plan.
So, favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposition? Abstaining?
Rachel approved.
Rachel voted
Okay,
yes.
Just, that's,
Both Rachel's voted yes. Everyone's there.
yeah.
Jim's quiet.
Jim?
Yes.
okay.
Thank you.
So we just have one more that we'd like to discuss, which is the Wonder Stuff.
And it was a separate sheet of paper in the package that I gave you.
So because of President's Day falling on the day we would normally meet, we moved the loan committee meeting up a week, which not only threw off the staff, but threw off our consultants who are used to having everything to us by the first of the month. So we really didn't have sufficient time to get all of our questions answered on Wonder Stop. But rather than make him wait until March, we're hoping that, you'll agree to let us bring this to the full board when we meet, I guess it's in 2 weeks. Wonder Stop is an individual named Matthew Schmidt. He, has secured a license with Amtrak to open a, snack bar inside the train station. He's got a pretty good plan. He's working with Brian Zweig to refine it. And, we have a couple of questions. One of our discoveries was that he has an SBA loan in default, but he has sent us proof that that loan is current. So we're trying to get an answer from the SBA. It's been over a week now to get anyone to respond to us. So we do think we'll be ready with his plan, his projections, and the question about the SBA in time for the full board. But I wanted to let the loan committee know that he is making a request of $25,000. And it's for equipment.
Okay.
And the credit score exceeds 630.
And so he'll be renting a space in Amtrak.
It's a license agreement, but yes,
Yeah,
essentially.
what's last time that operated? I remember back in the day, it was like the old ladies from the hospital or something who would run it, right?
It actually benefited the Hudson Daycare Center.
That's what it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
But now they got competition right across the street.
They do, and they're well aware of Kitty. But he is
Different
also
market,
renting a
different-
space at Love Apple Farm, and he uses their kitchen, and I think they're going to have some higher end baked goods and coffee options.
Well,
And
what's nice is like getting something quick right before you get on or, and not.
claims his coffee is better than.
Tough,
Kitty.
yeah, I mean, I was in Poughkeepsie Station the other day and they didn't have a snack, they didn't have a snack bar open, and I was like, this is way busier than Hudson.
I know, I was at Kroger.
I don't know, I mean, that's just
They just have a
anecdotal.
vending machine.
Yeah, but I was like, you would think that like, I was hoping for a little bite, I presume there'd be something, but there's not, it's like.
I think it could do well.
Again, his projections do seem reasonable. We wanted to see a ramp up period, and he's working with Brian Zweig to refine that.
Yeah,
So we'll have
we
more
can
for you.
consider it.
Okay, thank you.
We have two other matters to bring to your attention.
Just,
Steve has one and then I have one. Steve, Martha and I have talked about a new plan to get money on the street. And if you could present that, Steve?
sure, so this is much similar to what was the rapid recovery loan program that CEDC ran during the pandemic. So the thought was to create a $15,000 working capital loan to existing businesses only, where that business has to be in business for the past 2 years. A 650 credit score, of course, personal guarantee of the principal. And we would run that loan at 6.75% if they enroll in our automatic payment program through our loan management software across 4 years. That's $358 a month. Of course, no prepayment penalty. They get free technical assistance. And the feature is this is quick money to existing businesses that have shown the ability to be profitable, where they've got good credit, which will limit the amount of underwriting work that we need to do. And really try to get money out onto the street to help these folks get through what's been a pretty rough couple months.
And our goal would be to get 10 or 15 of these and get $150,000 to $225,000 on the street.
And as with the rapid recovery loan, we were going to ask for internal approval of these loans, as long as they met that minimum credit score and had been in business for 2 years or more.
And I think that we had very good experience. We didn't have any defaults on those COVID loans. And again, the payment is $358 a month. So we would ask to recommend that to the full board for purposes of having the approval to do them if they meet those requirements internally without committee or board approval. And also to get the full board's awareness and approval to proceed with the program.
Would this be offered to just folks who already have loans with us or just?
Anyone who's been in
Anybody.
business for 2 years or more with a credit score
650 or
of
better.
650 or better.
So how are you gonna determine who you're gonna go after and offer this to?
We last time we marketed it generally, and if you showed up we considered you.
Gotcha.
We did think we would target either clients who have paid down their loan, you know, below a certain amount, or those who have, you know, excellent credit scores, you know, and reach out to those clients.
So with the computer software, we have you know, pretty good data, including email addresses and contacts for all of our loan clients for the last 8 or 10 years.
Well, you guys do, you do consider loans in Green County also, don't you?
We do.
And I should know this, but I don't, but does the economic development in Green County have an SBA program?
We are the SBA program for Columbia and Greene County, but they do have a county loan program.
They do.
Okay.
And we do coordinate with them and work closely with James Annis on those loans. And also, this kind of ties into one of the things I wanted to discuss, and that was, I did have a conversation with Jessica Wellen from the Hudson Development Corporation. And she said they would like to continue the discussions we were having, where we would basically white label for them loans. I think there was still some confusion about that they would be using their money, and I explained again that they use their money, we're not making the interest. And we get, you know, 40% of our business is in Hudson, and we're not interested in participating if we're not using our money and we're not earning the interest.
I was just gonna say, because the Green County Chamber has started doing these workshops monthly that have gone quite well. Where they invite businesses or organizations come from outside and give like a short, like hour-and-a-half informational session to members that sign up. And just a thought, that's all, because I just think that probably a lot of businesses aren't in Green County, small, are not aware, you know?
Maybe we could do something jointly with James.
We,
Yeah,
you know, we're members of the Greene County Chamber, we advertise in their marketing materials and magazine.
yeah.
And he's aware of it. The difference, I think, is, we have the franchise for the 2 counties. We did have several attempts over time for people wanting to expand their SBA franchise into Columbia and Greene County, but so far we've been able to push back, and the SBA has not allowed them to do that. My theory was when, and it's been community capital,
Yes.
community partner, out of Westchester. And our argument each time has been when they have, can demonstrate sufficient absorption of the 1.5 million small businesses in their footprint, that they're serving, we'll be happy to have them come help us, but until then, we got it fixed here. Greene County was not in the same position as Columbia County, when the first, Trump administration attempted to claw back all, excess federal funding. Columbia County, and CEDC had been, ahead of the game and had, those funds defederalized. So that, you know, there was initial attempt to claw them back, but Columbia County had already, gotten those community block grant monies that were used for the CEDC loan fund defederalized. As a result, at that time, Greene County had to collapse their small business loan fund. And people actually got to walk away with no repayment, in many cases. But as a result, you know, they were not able, to continue to make loans. And I think James told me at one point they had made like 1 loan in the last year.
Yeah, they don't do their own underwriting and they don't approve many.
And they have a similar grant program to the one we had, where we were able to give people up to $25,000 using Office of Community Renewal federal funds. And again, they hire a underwriter, third party out in Schoharie County, I think it is, to do all of their loans as opposed to doing it in-house. You may recall, looked at that several years ago with Pursuit, where they came in and offered to underwrite our loans for us. My concern is, to the extent you don't know the community, And to the extent you use artificial intelligence, none of our loan plans would get approved.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, I think it's really the character lending component and the, small business hands-on effort that Steve and Martha bring to this
Yeah.
that make it work.
Beth is in her second full year as executive director of the chamber, and she's really trying to create programming that is valuable to the members and I just feel like for her informatively, anything is good education for her. And we just had a recent meeting that, you know, some of our membership dips is due to our members investing all of their money in growing their business. So I think that that's also a thought, you know, like they're having to decide not to do as much of the chamber sponsorships, et cetera, because they're putting all of their money into building a new building or like, you know, and just a thought, that's all.
And I participated in the joint chamber leadership class recently, and it was very, very positive in terms of sharing information about our programs, and it's great working with Beth and James.
Mhm.
The other item relates to Martha and I and Steve this week have to go back through and review the risks of all of our loans. The accountants are pointing out that, you know, we have to reestablish our rating, of each loan in an effort to determine what the appropriate loan loss reserve is for audit purposes. And I've always leaned on the side of more, is better, considering the nature of our portfolio. They're kind of putting some restrictions on us. You'll recall that you had authorized us to put up to $75,000 in additional reserve. They're hemming and hawing that perhaps that's too much. But, you know, if you look at client D, A and D, and you look at, all you need is, you know, one or two more loans in that category. And right now we have 200 outstanding loans, plus or minus.
194, I think.
194. So, you know, I think that, I think if we take another look at it and be more critical, we can get to a point where they'll accept our judgment.
What would trigger an upgrade or downgrade? We don't collect ongoing financials, right? So
No.
just payment history.
We
and-
do get their tax returns.
Once a year.
So do we reanalyze that?
Yeah.
So that.
Well, this time of year, as Steve pointed out, we have quite a few that are about to hit over 30 days past due, you know, we've just gotta.
I think that if we look at our criteria and say, you know, someone who hasn't submitted their tax return on a timely basis is a risk. And put a point or, you know, drop them a point for that.
Yeah.
I just think the accountants are looking at us from a perspective of a large financial institution, not a small business loan fund with risks that pop up quicker and sooner than they would in a much larger portfolio. And again, we're not talking about putting $500,000 in reserve. But the reason for it obviously is if you were to write off a loan, you have, if it was an SBA loan, you have to write it off twice. In essence, once you have to pay the SBA back and recalculate the 15% cash reserve that's required. But you would also hit your balance sheet by writing off against the loan loss reserve. And, you know, you wouldn't want to be, you know, when I came, we were in a situation where we had, what was the fish farm, 400,000?
Yes.
We wrote up, we don't have any loans over $50,000 at this point, except as the one with the lumber company paid down below 50.
No, I think they're still at 50. We have a couple that are over.
But, you know,
Because you're just not doing that anymore, like you're not doing those types.
No, we do
of
those on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but if you had five $35,000 loans go, you'd lose half your reserve. And then you'd have to build it back up out of profit to be able to sustain it. So, yeah, I think if we can come up with, you know, anybody who hasn't submitted their annual report on a timely basis automatically becomes a 5 because they're in default, quote unquote. I think we can manage it. I don't want to say the other word, manipulate it, but, I just think we need to put as much in there as we can. And we'll still have a healthy profit, bottom line through CEDC. But in the years where you have, an excessively healthy profit, it's the years to put it in that reserve account.
Sounds good. Great. So is there any public comment? Okay, any other business or discussion?
No?
All right, we have a motion to adjourn.
Jim, are you around for a call this morning?
I'll second. Yeah, all in favor? All right.
Oh.
Meeting is
Aye.
adjourned. Thank you.
Yes, up until about 10:30.